right, everybody. Well, we got some stuff done there. Anyways, we ended up getting to the boot, and I smeared some construction adhesive around that. I'll show you guys that construction adhesive stuff. So it is Bostik Heavy Duty. It is a fast cure, low VOC, premium polyethylene construction adhesive. It's just like PL3X, but it's has less smell to it and stuff like that. It's paintable still too, so I can end up painting that when it gets done. This side doesn't really matter because it's going to get covered up anyways. The other side I'll show you here in a second. It's a little bit of a mess, so I am going to have to paint the other side, unfortunately, which is fine. You know, I'll just take a rag and wipe down the dust off the bed around the stuff where I'm going to be painting, so the paint actually sticks. And more than likely, since it is paintable, I'll probably just paint it with like some bed liner again, just to kind of go over it instead of just using black paint. And I'll show you guys here. I'll try to be as careful as I can without making the camera jerk around. But there you go. So it doesn't look the prettiest, but it is over the metal and over the rubber, so it should hold it in place just fine. And then we just have to, like I said, wipe down the metal stuff so that there's no dust on it and that the bed liner can stick to it again. So we got done what we wanted to with that. I want to get to this door, and I want to be able to pop the pins. This pin down here is a little bit harder. This one up here is okay. I put the racing jack under there last time with the 4x4 to help hold it steady. And I think that's what we're going to do again. And then I'm going to end up hitting these pins out, and then we'll take it up front. I'm going to have to put the sawhorses, that's what I was thinking of. I'm going to have to put the sawhorses up front. Once we get those set up, then I'll pull the pins and we'll just move the door up front. So let's get the foaming. What is going on, everybody? So I got the door filled. Now, did I do it correctly? I'm not sure. I know I have to cut out in here because this stuff expands way too quickly. So someone had told me before that I wanted to get the 2-pound stuff, not the 6-pound or 8-pound stuff, but the 2-pound stuff because it's better. Well, they didn't tell me that the 2-pound stuff expands way faster and a lot more. So now my window, and it's a lot denser for the 2-pound stuff than it is for the 6-pound or 8-pound stuff. It's like, I mean, it's like pretty hard. And this stuff's not even fully set up yet. You can still hear it crackling. Wonder if I can get that on the mic. Hold on a second. Let's try this out. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see in post edit if it's got that up on there. I can only get my window halfway down, and that was a bit of a challenge in the first place because once I got it down, I couldn't get it to roll back up. So that's all the further I get. I don't know if you can see that on there or not. I'm gonna have to go check you out and see what you guys see. Yeah, about that. I mean, you guys can see it. It's clearly about halfway. And that's it. That's all she wrote. And then you go back up, and now it goes up smoothly. But before, it was not smooth. I'd hit a point and it would start to bend that arm in there because it just wouldn't get past the buildup that's up on top. Now I'm telling you what, this door better not shake, because this door is like 100% like filled up and done. Although I am going to have to figure out how to drill that out and get into there. So I might as well just try to turn it and see what I come up with. All right. Don't drop off there. Just give me a little bit here. There we go. That's all I needed. Now, not very sturdy. Who cares? I'm going to have to figure out how to get in here and just kind of waller that out. So I'm going to get a drill, and I'm going to get me just a big old bit. I'm going to go in there and just waller it out, because that's all we can do. So we're just kind of drilling this out. Because I got to be able to get the cord in there. All right. Now I'm going to go get the vacuum and see what I end up with, because I got to have something. That cord, the connector for the boot has to fit in there. And I have to be able to get my wires in there for the speaker wires, or building this whole door thing is just pointless. Because if I don't have all that stuff, then what's the point in doing it, right? So let's get this over here. I got all kinds of different stuff everywhere. It's gonna take me a while to clean up today. That's for sure. We'll have to get this door back on too eventually. But for right now, let's just see what this hole here has to offer. That'll work. That will work. I'm hoping it works anyways. I don't know with those other pieces if they're going to fit around the edge here though, but you know, we'll see how that boot fits in there, because I think it just kind of press fits in there. I don't see, yeah, there's like these little rubber hooks that kind of hook on there. Well, we'll see. We'll see how they hook on or don't hook on. What's the worst that's going to happen? I have to use some, you know, PL3X or something and lock it in. I'll tell you what, there's no moisture holes in this door. Moisture gets into this door somehow through those seals. It's, I don't think it's going to go far, but I think this foam's going to get wet and maybe rot out. But yeah, that's a different story for a different time, right? We'll worry about that when that happens, because maybe it won't happen. Let's take this off there for now. That thing did slip on there a couple times. Hopefully it didn't damage the splines on there, which it kind of looks like it almost did, or might have a little bit. Got another train going by. I can hear it in the background. Okay. All right, everybody, we got this done. This thing is a lot heavier with that 2 pound in here versus that one with the 6 pound. The 6 pound it poured really easy, and it actually worked really easy as far as like picking it up and putting it back. And I have still full function over that whole door with rolling everything up, rolling everything down. It didn't build up too much. This door, on the other hand, yeah, you live and you learn. Like there's no getting around it. This thing is probably never going to function right as far as like the window going down anymore. Um, Not unless they got something that can dissolve foam. And then I'd have to go in and make that into a soupy mess and redo it. Or I'd have to go find another 96 Dodge Dakota extended cab and take the door. I don't know if a regular cab door would fit on this. The likelihood of that is probably slim to none, but maybe somebody else that in the comments section can like hit me up and let me know if the regular cab doors fit on the extended cab. But that'd be the only way that I could fix it. I'd have to get another door and report it. So if you do mess up, it kind of is the end of the world, but not really. I got my window to be able to roll down halfway, so I can get a breeze going through there if I need to. It does have AC in here. I just don't know if the AC works or not. I never really did get a chance to test it. It might just be discharged. So it might just need to be vacked out and recharged, and it might work just fine. And if that's the case, I'll be driving around with the windows closed anyways. Unless I'm bumping. In that case, then I'll have the window halfway down now instead of all the way down. Other than that, I don't really know what else I could do to fix it. I mean, you have to really get in there and shave off a lot of that foam that's in here, because there is a lot of foam built up that's stopping it from going down. Like this, all of this would have to be thinned all the way across, top to bottom. Well, at least to the bottom of the gear. And I just don't know how you would actually get in there to do that. Like this side's fine because there's no track here. Like anything over from here would be completely fine. It's actually the track here and here. So anything in between there, only thing I can really think of is moving the cord out and taking a Sawzall and just kind of shoving it down there and just seeing what happens. Because maybe I can get it to go more with hacking at it with a Sawzall. And that may be something that I decide to do here, but the bit would have to be pretty long, or I'd have to come in this way and boom. Yeah, because it kind of dead stops. Like I think that has to be at least shaved off. And it should be okay because it kind of just dead stops. If I can get it to be a little bit more than halfway, that would be great. So I'm just preparing to do the Sawzall thing, if that's what you're wondering, what I'm doing with the cord now. Because, that popped into my head and I kind of really want to try it. Because that might actually work. And if I can get it down a little further, it saves it from blowing out. Halfway down, 8/12s, I mean, the window might shake a bit and it might blow out. So I would prefer that it didn't. So if I can just get in here and just shave some of it down, that would be better than not. So I'm going to get to that and try that out, but I'm sure this video is getting pretty long anyways. So we got quite a bit of stuff done today with the truck, and that's kind of the main thing that I kind of wanted to do today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.